Hi, and welcome to our YOU.FO challenge activity. I'm going to call this activity 5 Pass. Here is what you're going to need to consider for the creation of this activity within your learning space. You're going to need a large open space, either a large yard or grassy area or your gymnasium. You will split your class up into small groups of numbers ranging from 4 to 8. You could have groups of 4, groups of 5, groups of 6, 7, or 8. You will then split that group up into 2 additional groups. The equipment that you're going to need for your activity. You will need per group 4 markers. As you can see, I have 4 markers as balls laid out in our large open space. They have created the formation of a square. You will also need as many items for individuals, the students inside the square, that you have within your class. So if you have groups of 4, you will have 2 students on the outside and you will have 2 students on the inside. Therefore, you will need a YOU.FO stick for each student inside and outside the square. We're using a bat to represent our YOU.FO stick and a disc to represent the ring for YOU.FO. May I suggest you could change the number of equipment to just have YOU.FO sticks and rings for students inside the square if you do not have enough equipment for all students. Now, I'm going to show you how the activity will work. So you will have the students, we're going to work with groups of 4. So imagine I have 4 students in my group. 2 students are going to be inside the square. 2 students are going to be on the outside of the square. So I am going to place balls inside the square, show you in a second, representing students. Here are my students. I'm going to place them, 2 of them inside the square and 2 of them outside the square. Student 1, student 2. Those students have a YOU.FO stick and 1 ring. Student 3, outside the square. Student 4, outside the square. Okay. The students on the outside of the square are going to be running or skipping or hopping and galloping, while the students on the inside are going to be doing something else. I will show you what the students on the outside of the 5 Pass square will be doing. Your square could be 50 by 50, 60 by 60, 30 by 30, depending on the amount of space that you have. If you are outside, make it as big as you possibly can and as many as you can possibly space out. So here's what the students are going to be doing on the outside of the square. The students, they will be running around the square. They will keep running while the students on the inside of the square are using their YOU.FO stick and ring to try to make 5 successful passes. I will show you. So inside the square, 2 students will be passing the YOU.FO ring back and forth to each other, trying to make 5 successful passes, like so. Using the push-pull, 1, student caught it. Then they keep running. 2, student caught it. 3, oops, the student did not catch the 3rd pass. So the individual that just made the unsuccessful catch is going to step outside the ring, outside the square, and switch positions with one of the runners. The runners will keep running until an unsuccessful catch is made. They will take turns switching in and out. It would look something like this. Unsuccessful catch. I did not catch it. I switch, I give my object to this student. They go into the square and they now are passing, trying to get 5 successful passes, while I am now a runner. While I'm running, the students inside are trying to make 5 successful passes. The goal is to be the first team to get 5 successful YOU.FO passes. This activity allows for movement, it's a great warm-up, and using the forehand throw to practice that skill. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a successful 5-pass activity with your class.